Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is December 3rd, 2022. Hope you're all doing well. In today's segment, we'll take a look at stocks with very high short ratio and see how to benefit from a short squeeze. Look, market is slightly going higher. They like the Fed statement around easing and basically reducing the change of interest hikes as you go forward. That's why look, we have a nice rally in S&P 500, and same is true as you look through the Nasdaq 100. Same story. It's a slightly weaker compared to S&P 500, but still it's a nice rally as you can see here. So with that, markets are really trying to slowly grind higher. I could see that, and that could be a good sign for even short squeeze stocks. So with that, let's jump in and look at the list of stocks. Look, from a list of stock perspective, we have the list of stocks here with a very high short ratio. Look, all these stocks, as you can see here, I sorted these by short ratio. Stock at the top is highest short ratio. And we also have short squeeze score. This is from Fintel, and this tells you the probability of this stock squeezing. What is it? Right now we got APRN. APRN has been not going higher for a while, but look, the short squeeze score is high for APRN, and also short squeeze, the gamma squeeze score is also high. That tells you, even though APRN is sitting pretty at $1 for a while, there is a good chance this can go higher. And look, from a float perspective, this is also a low floater, just 13 million shares. And from an RSI perspective, look, RSI 14 as well as RSI 7-day is same, it's 30. That tells you stock is really trying to make a nice base here, and it can go higher from here. So if you have a little bit patience, this could be a good one to hold on to and go from there. Look, as I go forward here, look, from a EPS growth perspective, looks like next year earnings per share growth as well as revenue growth is slightly high for this stock. That's a good story. Fundamentally, I think it's just a little bit better, so that's why you could hang on to it and go from there. And look, we got a few more here. We got Carvana here. Carvana, look, this stock has come down from about $250, $300 all the way to $8. Insiders are buying, as you can see here. Institutions are buying, and stock is getting stronger. Look at the RSI. RSI 14-day is 39 and 7-day is 46. That tells you stock is getting stronger. And as you look through here, it's got a nice and high short squeeze, short score here, or a short ratio. And also look, borrow rate is high for both of these stocks here. That tells you, especially APR and borrow rate is high. That tells you it's hard to borrow this stock. And look, we got a nice and high short squeeze score for Carvana, and gamma squeeze score is also high. Both these stocks, as you can see here, especially Carvana, is pretty dominant in the options market with nice and high $682,000 open interest. That tells you a lot of folks are holding contracts in Carvana. And if you look at the put call ratio here, we got a put call ratio here, which is 0.64. That tells you a lot of people are holding call options. If this ratio is above 1, that tells you a lot of people are holding put options. But right now it's below 1. That tells you a lot of people are holding call options, which is good. That's why you see a very high gamma score in both these stocks, both APRN and Carvana. And look, the reason I like Carvana at these levels is it's slightly going higher. Look at 5-day and 10-day, it's slightly grinding higher. That's a good news. Both these stocks are not a great long-term place, but good to play on the short squeeze. And then we got a few more here. We got Beyond Meat. Again, this has been very hard to own, as many of you know here. This used to come with a very good promise of going beyond meat into plant-based. Stock has fallen down big time, but as you can scan through here, stock is getting stronger. Look at the RSI 52 and RSI 14 and 7-day RSI. That tells you it's getting stronger. That's why 7-day RSI is higher than 14-day RSI. Stock is also getting stronger, as you can see here. At these levels, you could slowly nibble some beyond meat. If you want to wait slightly, I understand, mainly because RSI is slightly high. But if you're up to it, you could nibble some. It's not extremely high RSI. At the same time, I love to buy when the RSI is about, say, below 55. So for me, it's slightly higher. But if you are a little more risk averse, you could nibble some. And I got a few more, as you can see here. Bed Bath and Beyond is still rallying, as you can see here. Nice uptick in last couple of days. And as you look through here, we got a nice and high short squeeze score, 78. And we also have a nice and high short ratio, which is 40%, as you can see here. And borrow rate is also slightly, it's not too high. I think folks can borrow this stock easily. Days to cover is 2.23. That tells you there is enough short already. This can cause a short squeeze. And I got a few more here. I will not go through in detail, but you can scan through here. As a thumb rule here, keep watch on RSI 14 and 7 day. If RSI of 7 days getting stronger than RSI 14, that tells you it's getting stronger, worth going in and buying some. At the same time, if the RSI 7 days is extremely high, like PXMD here, or even Wayfair, then I would slightly wait. I would not go into those names. Instead, I would go with the names where RSI 7 day is higher than RSI 14 day, but not above 55 or so. And also keep watch on the short squeeze score. We want nice and high. I filtered by high short squeeze score here, as you can see, and short squeeze gamma score for the folks who are into options. When the short squeeze gamma score is high, and also option open interest is relatively high, those are the ones you could buy some call options and expect a short squeeze. Look, we got Nikola here. Nikola has got very high option open interest. That tells you, hey, this is very active in the options market. At the same time, as you look through RSI, it's also getting stronger. There's also a good story here. And as you can see here, stock is also trying to improve. It had a nice squeeze, as you can see here. At this time, I would wait for it to settle down before I jump in. That's how we use it. And as you look through here, we got we got few more names. As you can scan through, we got few names that I love to short squeeze. Like Editas is a good one here. Editas is trying to form a base here. At this time, you could buy some Editas here. Look, it's slowly trying to go higher. That's what I like. We want the stocks which are slowly going higher, and RSI is not too high. It's not above 55. Such names are the ones I love. Even Big Lot could be okay here. Look, Big Lot is RSI perspective, not too high, and you can see some stock going higher slowly. Those are the names you got to look at. And as usual, keep a watch on insider buying and insider selling. If you see high insider buying or institutional buying, that's a good sign here. Look, we got Asana. This is very hard to own of late, but we could make a case at these levels here. Stock is completely clobbered, getting weaker, as you can see here, and you could slowly buy some. It also has a good support level at these levels here. You could buy some Asana also. All right, so this is the list here. I will quickly flash it, and then we'll go into two websites and go into a little more detail. All right, so with that, let's jump in here. I will take you to one of my favorite site for the short squeeze, which is fintel.com. If you're interested in fintel.com, I recommend, especially for the folks who are playing short squeeze game, and also they got very good options data. You could look at that one too. I'm in the short squeeze leaderboard here. I clicked on short squeeze US. That's where I came in here. Look, what Fintel does is they do a good job in coming up with the stocks here. Look, we got PXMD and so on and so forth here. They also tell you what the short squeeze score. As you can see here, we got various data here. Finally, we got here short squeeze score. So by looking at various factors, they come up with this score. The higher the score, there's a high chance of short squeeze here. That's why I like Fintel, the way they are coming up with this short squeeze score here. You could look at this table here. They have a lot of data here. As you can see here, it's a big list as you can scan through here. I would recommend, if you don't have Fintel and if you are a short squeeze person, I recommend this highly. You could take a look at this. It's a good website for you to do some research. Only one thing you don't see here is you will not see the stock price. Look, you don't see stock price, you don't see RSI. That's why you got to take this data into an Excel spreadsheet and combine it with the data from other places and see where they are. Are they already, is the short squeeze already over, or are we waiting for a short squeeze? You will get that information the moment you combine this data with other data, like I have done in the spreadsheet. All right, now let's jump in and into my favorite charting application, which is TradingView. Look, we got TradingView here. What I've done is I've basically uploaded the short symbols here into my short watch list here. First is APRN. Look, APRN, we got a 15-minute chart here on the left. Look, from a 15-minute chart perspective, stock is slightly getting stronger, as you can see here. Let me make this chart a little bit smaller so you can see this properly. All right, so we got nice and high, nice green candle here. And if you look at the 15 minutes lazy bar indicator or lazy bear indicator, it's showing you it has took a big beating, as you can see here. Now the next bar is shorter than the previous bar. That tells you there's a chance that this can go higher. And also same story here, after the green bar getting longer, now red bar getting longer, now it's getting shorter. That tells you there's a chance that this can go higher and cause a short squeeze. That's why at these levels here you could look at APRN and go from there. All right, next we got a few more here. We got Carvana. Look, Carvana, as many of you know here, this used to be a very high flyer, but look what's going on now. Now stock is improving. Look at this lazy bear indicator. It's becoming shorter and shorter. That tells you this can even go higher. And we already had a nice rally. If you look at the 15 minutes chart, we had a nice rally in one day here. It's trying to stabilize, form a base. I could see this going higher. And Carvana, because it's also very very active in the options market, we could go into my favorite application here, which is TradingView, and we can put in CR Carvana here, CVNA. All right, so we got Carvana right here, and the reason I like the TradingView is it kind of gives you a lot of information, including the dark pool levels. I'm very much interested to look at the dark pool level. So look, as you look at the time frame here, I would go with the 30-minute chart here, and we can look at the dark pool levels, and we could go into the dark pool levels. As you can see here, I would say maybe a bi-weekly dark pool level here, and you could also import this into TradingView, as you can see there. All right, look, from a dark pool level perspective, there is a lot of 972k at 8.1 in Carvana, and we got one more dark pool. It's a positive, look, 1.7 million positive dark pool here. That tells you stock can come here because there is big money here sitting at 8.5. So that's why there is a chance that this can go higher here. Right now stock is at 7.47 as you can see right here. But this stock can go into 8.5 because there's a good good dark pool level here. All right, so you could also look at things like trend lines here. So you could look at support resistance. From a support resistance perspective, as you can see here, there's a good resistance bar here at 8.1. That's why you got to be slightly careful. It might look, a couple of times it hit this 8.1 level and came down. That's why you got to be slightly careful. Because there is a dark pool level ahead, it can go higher, but I will be slightly careful. I would wait for a slight pullback before I jump in. Look, it always try to come to this 7.5 support line, and sometimes it breaks, sometimes it goes higher. If it goes above 7.5, then I would buy. I would wait for a slight pullback here. All right, next thing, for the folks who love options is to look at the gamma exposure levels. My favorite, you could look at spot gex. That tells you, what are the levels that dealers are going to defend the stock. And if you go to spot gex here, I would say all here. And now you can see the spot gex here. So what this is telling you is really at about 7.5 here. This is where the big gamma exposure level is. So as stock comes to this level here, it will basically grab the stock, or basically attract the stock toward this gamma exposure level. That's why you got to be slightly careful. So the dealers will support this level, and they might even defend. They may even sell the stock as it comes to this level. That's why you got to be slightly careful with the Carvana here, because it's the gamma exposure level right here. So for the folks who want to sell some put options or buy some call option, 7.5 support level is a good one here. You could buy some call option around 7 and 7.5. That could be a good way, because the moment you see a very high gamma exposure level, that's where you can buy some call option. It's a good support level. All right, so we'll go into a few more names here. Look, we got Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat, as you can see here, stock is slightly getting stronger, as you see here. Nice uptick. Look, nice uptick. And it's also hitting against this big bar here, volume bar, as a resistance level here. So that's why it kind of keeps hitting, coming back, keeps hitting, coming back. So this is a good stock for the folks who want to do some short-term trading. So you can use this as a resistance level. As it comes down, you can buy. As it hits the resistance, you can sell, and you can keep doing and earn some good money here. Good for swing trading, as you can see here. All right, so we got a few more here. Let's look at one or two more here. We got Bed Bath and Beyond. I know many folks love this stock. Look, stock is trying to see where to go at this time, and in a one-day chart, look, it's trying to show some progress here. So there's a chance that this can go higher, and we can go into my favorite tool here and see the levels here. All right, so BBBY. All right, let's start with the 15 minutes chart and go into dark pool levels and see where are the dark pool levels here. All right, so we can go and say monthly dark pool levels here, or bi-weekly is good enough. Let's start with the bi-weekly here and go from there. Look, we have the dark pool levels here, and look, as you can scan through, we got 2.79 million sitting up at 3.4. That will be a good support level here, and we got few negative on top and few negative on the bottom here. So 3.4 could be a good support level here. That's why probably it's good to wait for the stock to come slightly down here. We could also paint the support and resistance level here just to get a little more better example or better idea. Look, we do have a 3.6 support level. It's trying to dance around this support level here. So if you are a little bit risk, if you can take risk here, I would basically wait for it to come slightly below here, and then I would buy here. So I would probably buy around, say, there are around 3.2 or 3. Even 3.5 is okay here. Look, it came down, went higher. All right, so we'll go into a few more names here, and we'll wrap. Look, we got a few more stocks here. We got ALLO. Look, it had a nice short squeeze. Look at that rally here. Nice rally here in a 15 minutes chart. But in a one-day chart, it tells you it can even go higher. So you could take a look at ALLO here, given there's a high short ratio, and look, in a 15 minutes chart, it's gone higher, but in a one-day chart, it tells it can still go higher. There's a good resistance level sitting at $11, but we are still at 9.46. We got some more, some more distance to go here. And we got a few more here. We got Marathon Digital, which is Bitcoin stock, as many of you know here. Bitcoin mining. Look at the nice rally here. We talked about it, I think last week here. It ran up nicely here with Bitcoin going higher. Now it's slightly coming down. I I would slowly pick this one up also, as Bitcoin is going higher. This can go higher nicely. Look, it tells you right now, it rally is slightly taking some breather here, but at the same time in a daily chart it's telling you it's getting started. So you could buy some Marathon Digital here. If you want to wait for a small pullback, you can, but it's a good one for the little more long haul here. And we got a few more here. We got Upstart. Upstart is getting clobbered big time, as many of you know here. It's a fintech play. Look, it had a nice short squeeze last week, but now it's taking a breather. I would let it come down slightly, and I would buy some Upstart and go from there. So with that, if you're interested, you could subscribe to Fintel. Fintel is a great site. It's not too expensive. You could try it out for maybe a quarterly billing, and I think it's around $26 or so per month. Not very expensive. If you are into short squeeze, I recommend you to get this one here, and they give a nice short squeeze leaderboard. You could look at these stocks here, which are leaders from a short squeeze perspective. You don't need to hold them for a long time. You could buy them when they hit the support level, buy them, and when they hit the resistance, check it off. So it's a good strategy here. So with that, we'll end here. Thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.